recent years, we have seen a massive spike of Chinese influence spreading throughout East Africa and other former communist allied countries. These African nations have received many benefits from their relationship with China, including the building of infrastructure such as bridges and roads and economic assistance. China is doing this in order to gain more diplomatic and influential power on the world stage. As of 2019, we are even starting to see Russia returning to the African continent in order to influence the security and economic aspects of countries within the region. The United States is now facing heavy competition on the African continent for influential power, and one of the main battlegrounds for this influential conflict is within the country of Angola. Hey Angola, I have $1 for you, and if you want it, all you have to do is support my decisions in the UN.
Sure, I guess.
How about I give you $2, but you just can't associate with that China dude anymore?
I do like more money, but I don't want to isolate myself.
How about I give you $50? I pay for your military, but you just cannot associate with that capitalist anymore.
I'm trying to concentrate on homework. Why do you guys always do this?
Will Angola continue to move closer to Russia and China, or will it lean towards the United States? In order to see where the relationship between the United States and Angola is heading, let's first discuss a history between the two countries. Exeter here, and welcome back to the U.S. Relations series. As I said a moment ago, we will be going over the relationship between that of the United States and the South African country of Angola. Minimizing communist influence in the region was the United States' main goal in southern Africa. Almost directly after Angola's independence from Portugal, the country fell into civil war. The conflict quickly escalated into a complex proxy war, with the US and South Africa supporting UNITA against the Russian and Cuban-backed MPLA. The United States started to aid UNITA even more within the Civil War, once it was seen that the MPLA was practicing genocidal tendencies and rigging elections. Once the Cold War ended in the early 1990s, the US drastically decreased their military aid to the group of UNITA, due to declining interest and UNITA becoming relatively weaker by the year. In 1993, the MPLA abandoned communism while still holding the upper hand within the Civil War. And in an effort to end the conflict sooner, the United States then recognized the MPLA as a legitimate government of Angola, and diplomatic ties between the two were re-established. The Civil War did, however, continue for another 9 years, but only really consisted of small firefights and clashes before finally ending in 2002. Today, Angola and the United States share peaceful ties with one another. The US does send aid to Angola, most in the forms of public health and medicines. The US leads many medical programs within the African countries, such as HIV and AIDS prevention and child care. Trade does exist between the two nations, with both exporting roughly $1 billion worth of goods to each other yearly, and with the US mainly purchasing energy products from Angola, such as oil.
Now, which one of you motherfuckers said oil?
There are no major military ties between the two, but the US does sell a small degree of weapons to Angola, such as firearms and landmines. Even with these health programs and the sales of weapons, the two countries aren't exactly allies, but they aren't enemies, so to say, either. They're kinda just there. But currently, with China and Russia getting heavily involved within Angola, it's safe to say that the United States will be keeping an eye on the African country, and the future between the relations of the two countries will be up to debate. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Please make sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for our next video, which will be focusing on the relationship between the Antigua and Barbuda and the United States. See you guys soon.